Welcome back to Nat19. It's always way more energy than I end up having during the stream itself. Campaign 1.5, session 38. Hey, kept me waiting. You're practically on time.
We're the worst, I know.
Very punctual.
I am so sorry.
Who are
Is that
you?
bad?
I am
Oh,
Flux.
this is Flux.
Oh, you're the one from the tournament.
I am new. It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Argo.
He lazily blinks at that.
Yeah, I don't know. Have fun with it.
Something wrong?
Are you guys just inducting everybody you meet now, or what?
That depends. Do you want in the highest standard?
I think you're the one that should be asking to get into Iocane.
It's good that we're friends.
That's what you want to call us? Then sure. So, we had
How are you
some
feeling
members.
after your match?
Glad that I'm not going to be on the pointy end of anyone's sticks from your guild right now. And if I can be
Don't talk
honest,
too soon.
relatively happy that Vogan decided not to come with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you'd shown up with that knight from the capital as well, I may have had some concerns, but I
Seems a bit
digress.
Serious for either of us.
She has to be serious. She has to keep an air about herself as a knight.
Oh, I'm not complaining. It's just I feel like she wouldn't get along with me as well as you do, Quinn.
He looks to Quintus. She does seem more like your type.
It was nice seeing a superior, so that I could talk and give everything that I could to aid the crown.
So, just to revisit what we're doing, there's a community outside the walls where people have been going missing, and we're pretty sure that it has to do with this cult we're after. We don't know if they're gonna go after anybody, but they've been pretty consistent. They've been very busy lately. In fact, we've been tracking them for like the better part of a year, and they've done more in the past month than they've done in that entire time. So it's likely we'll bump into them. The goal is to grab one of them and find out exactly how to track them back to their stronghold, unless they leave tracks or something.
And I'm guessing if we don't bump into them, then the others will.
The others are handling a group of them that went away. We had some members of Scabbard doing some scouting for us, and we saw them looking into the sewers. They seem to be diving deeper and deeper into them every day. We don't know why, but Tanti and the others are going to be following them. Hey, so, do you bleed?
In what sense of the blood? Like an
Yeah,
organic
if I were to
blood?
cut your arm open, would you start bleeding? Anything resembling blood, or you just metal and wood the whole way through?
Mostly metal and wood, but there are a few, let's say, oil-like substances running through me to keep me going. I don't quite
Dark red
understand.
oil.
I don't quite understand the full workings of my construction, but yes, there are certain wetter components in here.
If one of them captures you, and they say, like, they want to sacrifice you to whatever dark god I'm sure they worship, could you just assure them that you have blood like everybody else, so they take you back to wherever they're going? Because I don't think that they're really looking for, an oil sacrifice to whatever deity.
I am not accustomed to deception, but I will do my best, Master Argo.
Oh, no.
Have I displeased you, Master Argo? I
It's
apologize.
fine.
If I've done something, perhaps I can make up for it.
And we're gonna teach you to lie, is what we're gonna do.
Oh.
Liars. In this group?
Don't
Nonsense.
worry. We'll be able to teach him how to lie just as good as we can. Oh, I actually did pretty good.
You convincingly lie to him about your proficiency at lying.
Yes!
I was gonna say, you guys hear that? And you hear a very faint voice. You hear the sound of a yelp, what sounds like a blade scraping across metal, a thump, and you just hear a voice rising up from the clearing at the center of these crossroads, just vaguely making out, "False sheep, die with grace. Your blood shall wet the bloody eyes of Exeri." And as they rush away, you don't find that you're losing them, but in the darkness, they're outside the range of your vision, so you're mostly chasing them based off the noise. And you do hear it getting more distant. As you go, you proceed on for, we'll say, about 30 seconds worth of time. And as you do, you hear a yell like, "We're being followed! Quickly, loose them! Take out that horse!" And you hear the knocking of a bolt and the sound of a crossbow firing from the darkness. Let me just throw Winchester on the combat tracker, because you see a bolt come out of the darkness towards him. It fires. You gotta roll the other one. And unfortunately, hits. A bolt flies out and strikes Winchester, dealing 9 damage. You just hear, "Did you hit them? I'm not sure. I can't see them from here." Do you want to keep continuing onward?
Are they like within? They're closer than the horses. Immediately, they attacked my horse.
So you're continuing to chase them, is what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna go after the ones that just fired, because again, are they from the horses, like the same direction?
They're on the wagon.
Yeah, they're
on the wagon. Okay. I'm gonna call Winchester back. I can't put Winchester in that much danger. Back, Winchester!
Alright. You stop as they go into the distance. You do notice that in their rush, they are leaving a solid trail. The wagon wheels are definitely digging into the ground as they go. This wagon seems to be weighed down considerably for how distinct these wheel marks are. You would be just coming to, Aviana. You guys see... Where is that picture? You guys see a relatively eye-catching woman that has features that at first the wings catch you off guard. They have relatively long pointed ears that at first you'd associate with an elf, but they're even more noticeable than an elf's would normally be. Large, raven-like wings that are giving off that have a red gradient near the bottom of them. You shall become one with the eyes, a speck of their perfect vision. And when they open, you shall be part of the vision that those eyes carve from the world. As he presses you down into it, you start moving your wrists and you bring your sharper than average nails around and you manage to work them into it. And as he brings the knife down and presses it against your throat, and very quietly he's just like, and so... become part of that vision. You feel the ropes give way and snap, and
I'll look to Argo. It's like, shall we assist her?
Is that? Yeah, we should.
On it. Deploying armaments. And I will deploy my...
armaments!
He just sits there for a second, and he has a moment of like, I normally wait for Tantia to rush in, so one of you is going to have to go first.
Got it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I will deploy my Eldritch Cannon with the Force Ballista.
Alrighty.
Ooh, you can hit everybody with that right now.
Jeez. But I'm going to make it tiny so that it can be picked up if need be.
Oh my god, put it on Argo and he just flies around.
So here's a fun thing. I just typed cannon because I was like, we should get a token for your thing, and I forgot what tokens I had loaded into this. So, for today... have a cannon beam on to represent your
Yes! Yeah! I'm just picturing it's a little mechanical bee that cannot fly.
That's amazing.
I'll ask permission to put it on Argo's shoulder. It's like,
he has no idea what it does or why, so he doesn't care.
Plop on shoulder. And then I'll use my bonus action to fire it.
Ridiculous. Why would you need to fire it?
Bam!
That's a hit.
Woo! Take that damage and get pushed 5 feet away.
So, Aviana, as you get your hands free, you hear a unfamiliar noise coming from the distance. And then a sudden wave of force strikes the person whose heckin' dagger was at your throat, and they are pushed back, and you see all of the cultists all at once, none of them having recognized that you just got out of your restraints, all turn their attention over towards where that came from. So that having just fired from Argo's shoulder, he does have a moment of like he's tilting his head away, eyes very wide, like, I'm sorry, could you go ahead and warn me next time you're going to do anything that makes that much noise?
I apologize, I suppose it is somewhat loud.
This one's gonna heckin' look over towards you. Unfortunately, you are the focus of their attention right now. He looks over to the guards that are at the caravan, and you see go find out where that came from. We'll deal with her. And he rushes forward, and he's going to take a strike at you. That hits. You've already used Uncanny Dodge, so you can't use it again. You get attacked again. You take 10 damage from that as he strikes into you, cutting you as you roll. Goes for another attack. That should have had advantage. Heckin' have advantage, nerd. Oh my lord, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm murdering you.
No.
It was really fun having you on,
Nice to
Hayden.
have you here. It was,
Yeah, it was nice.
What did you just
good
do?
experience.
I just did. You're out. You're knocked out.
All right, death saves. Here we go.
Here we go.
Guys, we gotta
So
hurry.
it was nice having you on Nat19. Hayden.
God damn.
I've done this to both of the guests. This has happened to both of you.
Oh my god. That's Logan.
Yeah, what's up? Hi.
I
I shared it with you. You saw the number.
know I've seen it.
So, Argo's gonna go ahead and he's gonna see that happen. He sees you go down. He's like, if she was gonna get into this kind of trouble, she should have just stuck with us. And he's going to rush forward. He's going to rush over, and Argo's going to put his hand out. And as he does, he is going to use a 4th level spell slot, and he's gonna cast Guardian of Faith, specifically over where you are. In tokens. 1 sec while I grab a token for that.
Ooh, what's his guardian look like?
Oh yeah.
As he summons it, you see a multi-armed, mostly armored-looking figure, very slender. Each of the arms that gets conjured up is carrying a differently styled war scythe as it rises up. I have a thing for this. Bam! There's my thing for that. How big are you? You are large, so you would be rising up as if from the ground where you fell. This large spectral form seems to come to your aid. Let's see, and it will only activate whenever stuff does their
That's a
stuff. He's
move,
then going
yeah.
to, because he's a good boy cleric, he's going to bonus action spare the dying on you.
Oh. All right.
Hell yeah.
Because that's how he do.
How
He
we-
conjures that up, and then with the other hand, he moves it forward, and he causes your wounds to cease bleeding. Actually, are you within 30 feet of him? You are. So you do not have to make death saves on your turns. He just yells back to the rest of you guys like, all right, kill them, what are you waiting for?
Okay.
That boy is going to rush, he's going to try to go after you guys, but he's going to come within range of that. So, the Guardian of Faith is going to trigger as soon as he comes near it. One of the large scythes carried by the Guardian turns towards this large, at this point you can see, inhuman-looking figure as it moves forward. It strikes towards him, this creature, as it moves by it, and it succeeds. It does strike it, the scythe passes through it, but it ducks away from it. The creature takes 10 points of damage, and it is going to continue moving forward. It pushes this large barrel out of the way as it moves by it, and is going to go forward, and it's going to attack Argo, who very briefly just lets out a, oh, good. Heckin'. It strikes. He dodges away from the first one, backing up from it. The halberd comes down, strikes forward, and it misses that one as well. This boy's going to look towards the large figure that just rose up, and he's going to stay where he is. He's also going to attack Argo, since he's the only one properly within range. He pulls out a crossbow, and he's going to fire it. And he's going to hit. He shoots. He hits Argo, dealing 6 damage. Argo recoils from it briefly. He fires again and hits again, dealing another 6 damage. This Maragon's going to go. And it is going to rush Argo. He's having a bad day.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I miss Tantia. It tries to strike him. Argo jumps up and avoids the first one as it comes down on him. He starts just yelling at you guys like, hey, more help would be good. More help that doesn't involve disappearing would be good. Strikes him. The second one misses, and it's going to go for one last attack. As it does, that one is a hit. Swings towards him, strikes him. He takes 9 damage. Heckin'. And as it does that, Winchester and Quintus, you are 1 round closer.
Yeah!
Flux, you're up again.
From what I hear,
Alright.
we're safe.
Guys, they got away. I'm sorry. Everything's just a big uh-oh.
Oh, you're not where I left you. I have to go and find you now.
Oh.
Which way did you go?
Sorry I left. I know that you guys wanted to see some excitement too. And are those demons?
Oh heck. Alright, yeah, I'm using my bonus action to move my turret off Argo's shoulder. And I'll try
Turns like I'm out of here.
peace, fam. you're on your own, and you'll try and shoot one of these Maragons a little bit farther away from Argo, give him some breathing room. Let's see here. Let's shoot at Maragon 1. Charge in the Force Ballista, bam!
Okay, so that hits. When you fire at it, it looks at it as it jumps off, and the battery charging sound begins to build up. The Maragon looks towards it, lets out just a curious head tilt, and like, and then it fires at it. There's a sudden flash of energy. Go ahead and roll the damage.
By the way, you may want to cover your ears now, Master Argo.
And it takes 7 damage as it's hit. It stumbles back slightly, but catches itself. This thing looks firmly rooted in where it's standing. As that fires, there's just a moment of not understanding the technology in front of him, as that strikes him and knocks him back, and then his expression just like melts into it. Nice. Hey, where do I get one of those?
I could perhaps work on like some schematics. This one takes quite a lot of upkeep, so it may not be very good as like a commercial item just yet. I'm still working out the kinks. Also, you may want to duck again for the first time, Master Argo. I'm gonna shoot. Bah! Firebolt.
Nice!
Oh!
Fire, you get a crit, you blast it. It takes. It looks like it manages to reduce a chunk of it down. When you hit it, as you blast it with fire, the fire doesn't seem to bother it at all. And this Maragon's going to go. This Maragon is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to rush towards Flux as it sees the other one striking into the ground with its halberd as if it was a gardening hoe trying to strike your cannon. It makes the decision to go after you. The first one misses. It strikes towards you, and you manage to duck out of the way.
Use my good strong shield.
It swings the halberd wide to try to catch you with it, and misses that one as well.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Oh, these guys aren't rolling great today.
Your shield works very well, Master Quintus, wherever you are.
You say having dodged both of those.
I couldn't have done it without shield. Yes, I would like to try out one of my spells I haven't used yet. I want to try using catapult.
I love that smell.
Freaking. I know it clearly doesn't weigh 5 pounds, but like, just in the fiction, can we say I'm grabbing one of the barrels?
One of the barrels.
It'll do the same damage regardless.
Yep, totally.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, sure. In fact, this might be okay. Go for it.
So let's see. I might end up hitting myself if they both miss.
Oh no.
That's true.
Are you
That's
a
true.
gambling man?
I think I am. I'm feeling lucky today. My God. All right, so I pull out my arcane firearm. I fire like an energy whip at the barrel back there, and I just yank it toward me.
He fails.
Oh!
And he had advantage because magic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's a fiend, so magic resistance.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll your damage against him, because he's the one that's hitting. It strikes him in the back. It deals 16 damage as this barrel, which clearly the cultists brought with them, strikes him, and it bursts open. Miriam, you are disgusted to see that just a torrent of blood, of human, you assume blood, bursts forward and almost coats you. But it does coat the creature that is in front of you, the Maragon.
Oh goodness, that's macabre.
I'm like, do I leave this lovely little section of holiness? Fuck it. Cool. I'm gonna use my movement to go right up next to him and
just stab him.
Just stab him twice.
So not using the gauntlet then.
I'm gonna not use my gauntlet then and just go up next to him and just stab him. Boop.
Whoo!
I'm
What a
so
400.
upset!
Hayden, are you maybe a little bit cursed?
I told you that yesterday my dice rolls were garbage.
For those listening to this in audio format, that was a double nat one.
It's okay.
Welcome to the
You have
family,
another
Hayden.
attack.
Welcome.
You can bonus
You're
action
definitely
attack.
part of Nat19.
Attack again. Oh, I'm so angry. All right. Boop. Much better. Much
Hit-
better.
Hit the critical button, hit your sneak attack, and then heck and go
Oh
for it.
god.
What are you using to attack? Still weave, right?
I'm using my still weave.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch that to bonus. I'm doing that because that your your modifier shouldn't be added when it's a bonus attack. I will also note, okay, so that doesn't apply.
Yeah, I'm going
Okay,
to stab him same way I did the other one, just right under his freaking Adam's apple.
Gotcha. Reminder that critical flourish is a feat you have, but since you've been killing them, it's actually not applying because you can't make additional attacks against them.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier.
You keep attacking, he's just a corpse at that point.
Yeah, that's what this is. The multiple stabs, that's your feat. You rush up to it. You come down on it like a bird of prey, your wings outstretched. You dig the dagger into their throat. And then, as that one too starts to bleed out, their blood soaking into the wood of the wagon, you continue to pierce into their body with still weave. Is that you?
That's me, and I'm assuming they're still alive, unfortunately.
The one you just fought, you killed it.
Oh, dope. Cool.
Yeah, the token, when the skulls appear in the tokens, they are dead.
Oh, that's a skull. I can't see for crap. All right.
There's a boy over there.
There is a boy over there. I'm going to use my full movement to get as close to Argo as possible.
And I'm gonna lock tokens. I should have done that by now. Now, if you move, your thing, it'll drag a line, and that line can tell you how far you're moving.
Boop. Yes. Then I just doop. Grapes. Cool. Technology. I was just checking my dagger. I'm like, can I throw it that far?
You can throw it up to 60 feet, but it will have disadvantage over 20 feet.
This is true.
As opposed to your short bow, which can go up to 80 feet.
I do have a short bow. I briefly forgot about that. Yeah, I'm going to aim at it with my short bow.
Gotcha. Go ahead and do that.
All right. That's the wrong thing I'm clicking on. Boop. Nat19.
Hey!
Nice.
I'm just going to pull out my short bow. Fire.
And you can sneak attack.
Yep, and you can sneak attack on it.
Oh, that is a sneak attack. Thank you. I was like, do I add it here? Yes, I do, because I'm near friends.
Because they have people around them.
Yep. Boop. That is 14 points of damage.
You fire it at it. You find the arrow, when it strikes it, it doesn't deal as much damage as you would have hoped that it would.
Oh.
It is resistant to the damage, but it does take half.
I'll take it.
So it must be resistant to regular damage then, not magical damage. Is that right?
That would
Immune to fire, resistant to most things that are non-magical, I assume.
Yeah. It has resistance.
Because
to
it couldn't be
non-magical.
piercing, because mine's piercing and magic. So that's what I was thinking. It's resistant to non-magical.
Again, demon stuff.
Yeah, I was just trying to get it in my head.
Great. Can I bonus action fire again? Because I would very much like to.
You can bonus action throw a dagger. You can't bonus action fire your short bow, I'm afraid.
That's true. I'm gonna
To get rid of the disadvantage, you can use an inspiration though.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Oh, you allow that, don't you? Great. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead and your heckin' click that like that. Your +1 dagger thing at the top. Go ahead and drag that onto him.
Badoop.
Hey!
Oh, it automatically did disadvantage. You dropped a 20, but it was the second one, so that's the one that would have hit. So go ahead and roll the damage against it.
Cool. Great. All right. So.
And these daggers are magical, so you don't get sneak attack on this one.
No, I was gonna say it's like this one's not sneak attack.
Well, you got him anyway.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, I'm going to pull my dagger out just by the tip of the blade and just toss it, just aiming right for his disgusting little head.
You throw it towards him, and as it arcs towards him, he turns briefly, having just been struck by the short bow. The dagger manages to strike just between his mask-like face and his neck. For a second, it reels back and looks like it's going to be fine as this black ichor-like blood begins pouring out of the side of its neck. It stops, looks like it tries to adjust its own head, and then falls down to its knees, and its body begins dissolving into black sludge that relatively quickly disappears.
Is everyone all right? Oh, there's a lot of blood. Looking at like the big thick barrel of blood that just spilled everywhere there.
Yes, that was my fault. I may have used it as ammunition. I'm gonna pick up my turret and start casting mending on it over the course of the next minute.
Alrighty.
Which
How busy have they been? That they've been collecting barrels of blood.
That's what I was here to find out.
Oh yeah?
It wasn't best. I was looking into the situation because I realized my people were disappearing. And unfortunately, they caught me by surprise instead.
It's funny that you continue to do our missions, having taken off. But, well, now you know what was happening. You're free to scurry on home if you want to.
No.
We've got this from here.
You think I'm gonna let you take all the credit? Again.
Again.
oh,
Well, Argo, are you going to introduce us?
Yeah, I guess so. Now, this is Aviana. You can give your full name if you want to. I've never really been about last names. Aviana used to be a member of Iocane, but I don't know. I guess you decided that we were a bit too dangerous for you, not aligned with your goals. Didn't want to get killed. Honestly, I think that we're a lot of fun, so I'm not sure why you took off.
You're too much fun. A little too much for me, but I guess I owe you a thank you, Argo. Thanks.
Pity I'm the one that came. Tantia misses you.
She's good people.
I don't suppose you happen to know exactly where they go. He looks over to the wagon. We saw the other one take off.
We won't need to worry about that. Whenever I was chasing down the wagon, I saw they were laden down with something heavy, probably more blood. The trails are easy enough to follow.
Well, I'm not running away anytime soon, and I need to finish this.
These guys have been more active recently than they were. Don't suppose you know why?
I have no idea. All of a sudden, more and more faces were disappearing. And I just wanted to know why.
I think I have a way to get in with these guys.
Oh yeah?
What do you mean?
Tilt my head towards the wagon. And then I'll use Deus Yankovic to take the appearance of the cultist on the ground.
Aviana visibly, shudders and is looking away from you.
Oh, don't tell me you want to sneak in.
I'm not saying sneak in, but at least getting us through the front door before we do anything.
I can't tell if that's brilliant or stupid. So who are you people exactly?
We're the highest standard. We're here to help Argo with this little mission of his.
As you say, we're the highest standard. You see Argo bouncing his head back and forth and mouthing the words as you say them.
My name, just again, continuing, I'm Quintus Valorbilt. Nice to meet you, Ariana.
It's
He puts a hand down.
Aviana. I just stare
Aviana.
at it. I just stare at you.
He's just smiling, his hand's still out.
He's a knight. What's wrong? Don't you like knights?
You of all people should know the answer to that.
Is there a problem with my profession?
Oh no, I just find most of you to be fools, but that's not
Ha!
your fault.
I'm no exception, unfortunately.
Clearly.
He still has his hand out, just smiling.
I believe it is customary to clasp his hand and then move it up and down.
I'm just gonna walk away.
He'll put his hand down. He was mostly just waiting.
So what exactly is your plan then, Miriam?
If we take the robes off of some of these, well, we only have a couple, but if we patch them up as best we can and we're able to ride after them, say that the interlopers have joined the rest inside the troughs, and work it by ear from there.
All right, so what? You're gonna pretend to be these cultists? What do you know about them? How can you, if you're asked questions, what are you going to say?
I have no idea, if I'm being entirely honest.
If they can't answer, I jump out of the blood.
Yeah. My
Got it.
style's
Jump out
always
of
been
blood.
to figure out these things in the moment.
Don't I know?
The god's
No.
name again. That's the one thing I should know for sure.
Yes. Gosh. What was the god's
It's
name? It
Shiki?
was-
Do I have to put on one of these? Am I in front?
If you wanna. I think you and I were only good at talking, right? So, let's
Why do
get talking.
cultists always
I
wear
just-
such bland clothing.
I just got expertise in persuasion, too.
Always with the blacks with
It
gross
suits you.
stuff on them.
Huh.
I like your friend. She's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Flux, sorry, I'm gonna take this one so that I don't get my tabard all messy for tomorrow. Are you good not having a tarp?
Oh, I am fine. I could be completely submerged in blood if need be. I do not require breathing.
Ah, good.
It's horrifying. I love it.
Just staring blankly at
Just looking back at you, completely blank-faced. You have no idea what he's thinking.
Winchester, do everything Kitty says.
I hate this.
You
What's
get
wrong?
I
Wearing this.
agree.
So, looks like you're in the back with us, Aviana. How are you?
I'm just looking at the opposite direction, not acknowledging you. You know, I don't think blood is supposed to talk.
Oh, that
Well,
is
that's
good to
fine.
know.
I'm just pretending to be blood.
I am blood. Blood does not talk. I am blood. Blood does
You're doing
not
good.
I'm saying under the fucking blood.
This is
Just
going to
muffled.
work. I have a lot of confidence in this.
This can only go well.
Maybe I know. Have you been okay?
How do you mean?
You seem mopey.
Oh,
Someone
I
hurt
don't
your
know.
feelings?
Oh, I don't know. I was nearly sacrificed to a possibly fake god. Let's see.
It's not fake, and it's not a god.
Never
Awesome.
is.
No, of course not. All right, great. Yeah, no. So I was nearly, nearly sacrificed. My blood could have been in one of these troughs. So yeah, excuse me if I'm a little mopey, Argo.
You're talking to me as if you shouldn't have thicker skin.
My skin is plenty thick, but I'm sorry if I'm feeling a little shaken. Would you like me to give you a demonstration of how it feels to be pulled over a trough with a blade at your throat?
I mean, do you promise?
You're asking the wrong member of Iocane.
True.
But,
But I'm fine.
you know, if you ever need help with anything, you can come back.
I know.
Alright, as you do, as you move, you hear guards from up top, cultists, calling down to you when you get within like 20 feet of the area. And you just hear a very sharp, like, "Hey!
What?
What took you so long?"
There was a hold-up. It's been dealt with. We've got some extra blood for Xari today.
Well, get it inside, I suppose. Where are you going?
What do you mean?
I said take the blood inside. Where are you going?
Then open the damn door.
So you can take it into the main hall? Take it into the body storage. Opening up the doors all the way, you see there's 3 figures inside. Before you can clock any details about them, you just see one of them, a very large figure that, at first glance, you can tell is a dragonborn wearing guard armor. It's like, "I'm not sure what you want with us, but you're not gonna get anything else from..." And you see a familiar red dragonborn who looks quite exhausted look up. Quintus, you recognize Brooke Weiriel.
Brooke!
You're not who I thought you were. What are you doing
What are you
here?
doing here?
You all know each other?
Yes, we fought valiantly together.
As you step in, you hear a voice, Aviana. Aviana? What in the... You see a guard that you recognize leaning against one side of it, standing up. You guys see a younger looking, relatively fit man who has a vague resemblance to Valder, the captain of the Platinum Watch that you saw before. Looks like a younger, less heroic version of him. What are you... Please tell me you're not involved with these people.
You mean these people who...
No, these people! He motions to the building. These people!
Only to an extent. Only to
No.
an extent. It's... I'm fine. I'm fine.
We're the highest standard. We're here to get you out of here.
I assume you two have met, Rory. Yes,
We're familiar.
Look, and she is someone that seems entirely incapable of staying out of trouble.
I was trying to help people. I'm
That's
here to
what
help
the
you.
guards are
kid.
for.
Well, clearly you're not doing your job.
It's
What
true,
is
we're not
this
doing
door?
our job. Aye, so after we finished with the tournament, well, after I finished with the tournament, I was looking for more work in the city, and I got assigned to this, and, things didn't go so well. We were brought here with a bunch of other people that they captured, but since we were the strongest of them, they left us in here, and they took them elsewhere. I think they're trying to starve us out before they try to move us anywhere we don't want to go.
Aviana, Flux, could one of you get this?
I got it. Guess it's my turn to save you, huh?
And
Rory?
then, get out of here.
No!
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm aware. And I'm gonna start picking the lock.
I'm not particularly invested in any of this. Do you have a clear way to get out of here? 'Cause I'd like to leave.
There's a carriage just outside. It should be able to take you out if you really wish to leave.
You want to leave? With the amount of people we saw get brought in here, you see Brooke get up. You want to leave?
I don't want to leave. They can
Not
leave
you.
if they want. I'm staying around.
Not you. Her. Points to the guard that's laying on the floor. We already got caught once. What will be the point of us staying?
The laziness of you guards is unfathomable.
I don't lump us in with her lot. We're better
This is
than
why a
that.
city needs adventurers to deal with stuff like this. If any of you are hurt or need to go and rest, there is a carriage outside, two in fact, to take you away if you wish.
I'm not leaving without people. I'm not abandoning people here.
I
Between
didn't
this
expect
and
you
the
to,
fort, I've seen enough people fall to needless circumstances.
I'm glad to hear that, my friend. We need your help.
How do you two... He, looks to Rory. How do you two know each other exactly? Looks over to Aviana. That's a long story.
Yeah.
She's trouble. And I seem to attract that.
I'm just glad you're safe.
We would have found a way out of here, I'm certain of it. They would have had to come get us eventually, and then... He's a dragon, so... I'm not a dragon, I'm a dragonborn. There is a difference.
That's cute. You're lucky I showed up, huh?
Yes. I suppose that I am lucky that you showed up.
That's all I wanted to hear you admit.
Why are you here? I assume it's for the people that have been taken.
Yes. Long story short, and don't get mad at me because I'm about to open the store for you.
His eyebrows go up.
Long story short, I saw them taking people. They apprehended me, almost bled me like a stuck pig, and then these guys came and saved me. So it's all good, and now I'm here.
Well,
Guys.
assuming that the people that we brought with us at least are still alive, we can't leave until we find them. So if you're going to stay here and try to save more people, then I'd like to go with you at least.
I will warn you. We saw...
There's a devil-looking man with red skin that dictated where we should go. He came and he mocked us a bit and threw us in here. I don't think he's in charge, but he seems to have the lay of the land here.
All right.
What'd they call him? He taps his head. His name was Sandal or something.
If there's ever a need for you to have to leave, there are carriages, like I said, but saving these lives takes priority. Those who can't defend themselves rely on us to do so.
Quintus, in past battles I haven't been terribly useful, as far as I'm concerned. You saved us at Fort Deepwell, and in the tournament I didn't get to show myself to be much of anything. I would be honored if you would take command here, and I promise, we're going to pull our weight.
Then it'll be my honor to take responsibility for everyone here. Let's gather up with the others. They're just outside.
All right, we're good to go.
Well done, Avi.
Thanks.
Avi. Oh, that's enough.
Avi.
What?
That's... nothing. Just wait
Have I
here.
misstepped? I apologize.
What? No. Why would you have misstepped?
So, I don't know. Everyone seemed to. I'm not
I will
I'm
walk
not
in
great
the
at
room.
reading expressions.
I've just never heard
I
anyone
apologize.
refer to her with that kind of. Nothing. It's nothing. You're fine. Who is this?
I am blood. I am blood.
You are blood.
I look to Argo for like approval.
He is a member of the highest standard, I have been told.
Oh, we're not doing the deception thing. Yes, I am Flux of the highest standard.
He
I
has
apologize for the deception.
He has a tiny cannon.
He was pretending to be blood earlier. We should keep moving.
Couple hours, but
everyone,
I'd
be
probably
careful
die
with
for you.
be careful with the large circle in the center of the room over there. Don't step on it.
Right.
Which are you talking about? He like looks down. He like starts walking forward. Well, like just inspecting every inch that he passes by, and eventually.
Well, it's on the
comes to
ground,
edge.
a little bit off in the. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
When we came in here, around when we got to there, the cultists said some sort of incantation when they passed through there. I didn't know what it was for. I assume it's for that, and I wish I had a better memory, but I don't remember it.
Perhaps it allowed safe passage into the room we found you in.
Maybe, because doors. Nothing went wrong, I promise.
We'll hold up the rear.
Let me take the front so
stuff than us.
people see what they expect coming through doors and not Quintus Valley built.
Kitty, there's no lock on this one either. It's perfect.
This side of the building seems weirdly absent of people.
I inspect the door.
Yes.
Please save us from ourselves.
Roll a roll an investigation check.
Great.
I feel like with the Bonnie we saw fly off the roof earlier.
Could be
There's,
worse.
You don't find any traps on the door, from what you can glean. It's not locked.
Seems okay, and I'll try the door.
As you click it, Argo just briefly brings up. So there's one of two things going on. Either they're all busy doing something, like whatever's on the roof, or it was a really good idea for us to attack while Tanti and the others handle the other side.
I'm gonna say both.
Maybe.
Well, this should lead us into, well, more of the central area, so keep your guard up.
As you open it, you are immediately proven very correct regarding
Hey.
that statement. As you open it, you open up into a massive central
Oh my
hall.
god.
You see to the south there are a series of pillars, sets of pillars lining the area. The ceiling here stretches up 40 feet. The same stained glass windows seem to line this area, still with no windows leading outside, but with what looks like candles set up behind each of them. The ceiling in here, when you look up, appears to have like vein-like structures built into it. And there seems to be a small apse with a chapel in front of it, at the front, with two doors on either side of it that lead somewhere into the back. You see a figure standing on a raised platform that's raised up about 10 feet above the rest of the area at the front. And upon it, you see standing a winged figure that has his wings folded around himself like a mantle. He has red skin. This figure steps out, wearing more lustrous versions of the robes that the rest of the cult wears, except with jagged-looking demonic armor covering bits of it. As you guys step out, he has his arms crossed. The wings unfurl slightly, just enough to make his silhouette slightly larger. He just looks up, yellow eyes opening, and just very directly, as you guys enter, declares, "So the eyes may open, that we may..."
See all that Exari has given us.
Not quite, but nice try.
I shrug.
Interlopers. I had assumed when others had not come back that something had happened. How kind of you to come so quietly and respectfully to my hall. What brings you here?
It is a cathedral, so being as respectful as possible is what I would like to do.
Then you will graciously give your lives for Axari, I take it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sandal Isventor, servant of the Wrath of Axari. Are you more guards?
No.
Not really, no.
You guys would hear the echoes of this conversation going out into the, echoing into the hallways out there, so you would be able to keep up with anything being said.
Although I have taken command.
I see. Then I suppose it is up to you. Will you lay your lives at our feet? Will you become part of the glorious vision the eyes of Exari will see when they finally open, or must we take you by force?
Next time we kill cultists, Gwen, we gotta make sure we, like, interrogate a passphrase out of them, because that's like the second time that we've been caught with that.
I might need like a second tabard as well too. I might need a second tabard to put over this tabard so that I'm not immediately recognizable.
One sec, I'm gonna start taking off the cloak.
Argo sees you doing this, he's like, oh lord, thank you, and he just rips the entire cloak off of himself. We should be ready to get out there. No respectful cultist has ever meant well.
Why do you do these horrible things? For something that a legend already knows was destroyed.
Because this is my place. These people accept me with open arms for what I am and what I want. And I am happy to be part of this glorious vision. Onenzar has given me a place where I can exist happily. You could have such a place as well.
He looks towards you, Miriam, as I assume you're dropping the altar self, right?
Yeah, I dropped it.
I imagine you, too, are not accepted within this land. So filled with hatred and fear for things it does not understand. With us, you could have a home.
My house has a lot less rubble in it right now. Took a couple days, but we got it looking okay.
Behold, mortals! The eternal wrath of Exari! Onenzar!
As he says this, the swirling mist takes the form of a vaguely humanoid shape that floats about 20 feet up above the entirety of the area. Its form constantly shifting and changing. As it speaks, its voice seems to echo out, and you see the lights behind the stained glass windows seem to swell and lessen with its voice as it speaks, as if it's amplifying through them.
What brings you into my cathedral, mortals? That you have not fled perplexes me.
You're Exari?
I am the wrath of Exari, the eternal servant of the eyes. My name is Onenzar. When they lived,
It floats down, partially.
I was but a tool to the eyes. When they were still with us, I was a pawn, played against them, for the two wished to kill one another. But when their machinations finally led to their downfall, and I clung desperately to life, I sought to seize their power for myself, and here I stand. You could pledge yourself to that same power.
I'm afraid you're talking to the wrong person. I'm Quintus Valorbuilt, a knight of the Red Lion, and a follower of Heros.
A follower of Heros. Then there is nothing more to say. Any follower of Heros is an enemy of mine.
Are you sure? Because I could talk all day.
Sandal!
Oh, that's
their blood.
You see a big old boy sitting in the middle of the room.
Oh.
A beast the likes of which none of you have seen before. Standing, head and shoulders above any of you.
Hey, Logan, I love his token.
Who's his? His big one?
Yeah, just like he sticks out like,
I really wish they'd included more of his body in the token, because he's a large creature, so it's just so big.
It kind of looks like a window that he's like, hey, what are you guys doing?
It's like he's popping out, being like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Like he's gonna give advice to Tim Allen.
I joke so that the terror doesn't get in.
Then the big boy, it puts its arms out and lets out a war cry, tilting its head back and yelling as loud as it can. You swear the cathedral vibrates from it. It begins charging. It moves around you. Does it do a line? It does. It moves around you, and as it does, Miriam, and as it lands there, you see it stop. You see electricity begin building up in its body. The red lightning from the cathedral walls meets in and, like, goes up its hooves, As it does, it builds into a single point of energy between its horns, which it fires forward in a line that is going to hit you, and it's going to hit Quintus. It's firing a blast of red lightning. Dexterity saves from you two, and what a shock! Quintus failed.
What a shock!
Yeah, damage.
Pain.
So, Quintus, you resist it down to 13 because of the ring.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you have a ring of lightning resistance on. And Miriam, you resist it down to 13 by dodging. Brooke.
Get him, Brooke.
He's gonna do something. Brooke is going to go 1, 2, 3, see it, recognize what's happening. 4, 5, 6. He's gonna rush out, stand in front of Flux. He's going to take out his heavy crossbow, and he's going to make 2 attacks with it. He's going to fire it at the Armonite. Oh, it was almost a 20. So close. He fires it at it. It bounces off its hide. He fires it again. Then it was a 20. Oh, look at you, Brooke. Finally. He hits it, strikes it, deals 11 damage as it hits it. Heckin. You see a dragonborn crooked smile stretch across his face. Alrighty.
Because I had to dash to get there because everybody was in the way and there's rocks.
Flux, we're back to you.
All right. Let's take a shot with the turret. Let's try this again. Bah!
Oh my goodness!
Much better, my boy!
Heckin' get him.
Take that!
You blast him for 25 damage. It hits him. He recoils somewhat, regains his balance. He did not care for that.
Did he get pushed back 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Hey!
All right, and then I'll call out, Master Quintus, would you like to be large?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Enlarge.
Go ahead and apply the effect to him. Magical energy builds up around him. He stretches as his body contorts and grows with a sound of like rock slabs grinding against each other as he gets larger. I also like to imagine it's kind of like a mega evolution in or like a Dynamax where like certain features, like your hair is more wild now when you're larger, your armor's like got more plates on it than it did.
Yeah.
Now I'm picturing that like when he agreed to it, I hurled a Pokeball at him, pulled him back, made it larger, and then threw it into the
See, this is what happens when you eat your stew every day, guys. You grow big and strong.
The power of stew!
That's just the device I use to make people large. It happens to look like a Pokeball.
You are now standing at the same height as it. You're not colossal. You're only a large creature, but you are now standing tall and proud. The demon in front of you like brings its hands up and cracks its knuckles as you get large.
Well, how about that?
As you do, Sandal looks down towards you.
That's a bit of a bother. Let's see, that was
He looks over to you,
the Metal Man.
and he's going to fire some fire rays at you because you just made a boy big.
Oh no!
Fires one at you. You bring up the shield that Quintus gave you, it collides with it, and it disperses harmlessly. You see another crossbow bolt harmlessly flies by his head, and as he looks down towards them, he's going to aim one at Amelia. And he's going to nat 1. Quintus.
I'm gonna hit the big thing.
Do it!
Kaiju battle.
That's enough of you!
That's a hit.
That's enough of him, you see.
Yes.
You deal 7 damage. Your damage seems to push through, and
I am equal in height to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to knock him over.
You can do it. Yeah, go ahead. You knock him prone. Go ahead and apply it. You bring your shield up. You strike him with it. It falls to the ground, its body collapsing into the rubble behind it.
Okay, next attack.
Now that he's down, that hits. Not that the prone would have mattered. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I, with my colossal muscles, I stab him once, and then just with the back end of the spear, just wrench him down into the stuff over there.
The stuff
rocks
that he's got.
The rocks over
Just
there. I for some reason I can't think of the word.
It's all right. It was me earlier with the viscous.
Rubble. Thank you. And twist my hands in the air, creating a slight wind myself, and stabbing downward into its skull.
As you do, it strikes into it. Its head breaks apart as your spear stabs through its skull. As you do, as with the other one, its body almost immediately begins to ember with this red and black energy, and then slowly starts dissolving down into sludge, which quickly evaporates and disappears.
Go, Quintzilla.
Noting that you would be there,
That's
but
fine.
as Rory and Brooke are intimidating him, there's just a large shadow that looms behind him as you walk up, and he turns to see you standing face to face with him.
By the way.
Ah, I see.
You strike him. Part of the platform seems to break slightly, cracks as you hit him. And you got one more.
Yeah, I can't knock him prone, unfortunately. Because I already did that. So... Bah. Ah, dang it.
That one, he manages to just move out of the way. As your spear comes down, your standard comes down, he brings up his arm, catches it with the metal part of his armor, and slips to the side as it strikes into the platform.
My spear pierces your wind. I guess I'm worthy!
And... that puts us at Rory, who's also going to
Rory,
step
get on.
forward.
No, I'm kidding.
Click, click, loads his crossbow, fires his crossbow, gets a crit.
Hell yeah!
Yeah!
He puts his foot up on the edge of the platform, uses it to straighten out the crossbow, aims with one eye, fires, strikes, it takes 7 damage from the hit. He loads it again, takes another shot. That is also a hit. Fires it again. Oh my goodness. If this guy didn't have resistance to magical damage, he would be down. Fires both of them. They both meet their mark, striking into him. He spins a bit in the air and gets his balance again.
Right.
I believe that you owe as much blood as the people of Summergrass have lost. Don't you think that's fair? What do you think, big guy?
Looks over to Quintus.
Hey, only I call him that.
What?
Never mind.
I will get right under him.
You would go up 10 feet. He's not within your range, I'm afraid, because you go up 10 feet
drop
and your
the
range.
standard, and I'm pulling out the javelins.
Go for it.
Which are also enlarged.
It's true. Your weapons are all enlarged.
Javelin number 1. Oh, I still have disadvantage.
That is because of what it thinks the distance between the two of you are. Let's see, drop the first 14 plus 6, that would have been a hit.
Yay!
So, fittingly, we're playing Nat19 on this.
I have one more javelin.
Hayden, for your education, when we say "so we're playing Nat19," it means the thing has 1 hit point left.
All right.
An all too common occurrence here.
All right, second javelin.
Saying how
You
often
fire
happens.
it strikes by him. It doesn't directly hit him, but like a missile passes him by and disorients him. You aim the second javelin.
Strike true!
Do it.
That hits.
Ah!
You fire it, you throw it, it soars up, catches him in the chest, sends him hurtling towards the ceiling, and briefly it strikes and pins, carving a foot-wide hole into his chest, pinning him against the ceiling. The vein-like structures on the ceiling are severed as it strikes into it, and the blood that was running through them dissipates. As this happens, the red light coming out of all the stained glass windows around you guys, it begins to subside and return to the dull rainbow-like light coming through the stained glass windows. And then his body slides down. As the magic comes to an end, the javelin shrinks, and they both fall to the ground. He clatters into the center of the circle, a pool of blood forming under him. And that, for the sake of the fact that Kagi's going to need Hayden's space, and we've gone for a while, with that battle ending, that is where we're going to end for this week.
He does it like a battle cry as he's shrinking.
Hayden.
Like
Jazz hands.
Sounds like a helium balloon deflating.
Goodbye,
everyone.
YouTube!
Adios, you guys are loved and appreciated.